Good morning, children. In geography, today we are going to see about the topic maps. In that, first we are going to see about the important colors used in the map. Some common color codes, okay, that are used in a map as per international agreement. Okay, some common color codes. Okay, color codes used in the map, that is as per international agreement. International agreement. What are the colors? First one is the blue. Blue is used to represent water bodies. Okay, water bodies. So blue color நம்ம எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்றோம்னா, that is water bodies. முதல்ல some common colors all over the world they are using for representing the map. இது international agreement பிரகாரம் எல்லா countries-உம் accept பண்ணி common codes வந்து mapல யூஸ் பண்றது. So அந்த என்னென்ன colors வந்து என்னென்னதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்றோம், that is the first thing. So blue is used to represent water bodies. Water bodies like a lake, rivers, sea, ocean, ponds, all are water bodies to represent that. And next is brown color. Brown is used for mountains. Okay, is used in mountains. Then next one is third one. Next color is the yellow. Yellow is used in plateaus. Okay, plateaus. Okay, then next, that is used means that is used to represent where is plateaus in a map. You want to show where are the plateaus are located, it should be shown with the color that is brown, yellow. If it is for mountain, brown color is. To show the water bodies, blue color. And to represent the plains, okay, சமவெளிகள்ல நம்ம காட்டணும் அப்படியே ஒரு மேப்ல அப்படினா அதுக்கு நம்ம என்ன கலர் யூஸ் பண்றோம்னா, that is green. Okay, green is used in plains. So these are the basic colors codes as used in the map as per the international agreement. What are the colors? Blue, brown, yellow and green. Blue is used to represent water bodies and brown is used to represent mountain, yellow is used for plateaus and green is used for plains. Okay, yes. Then next we are going to see about the difference between the map and the globe. Okay, children? Yes. Difference between map, globe. So map and globe kulla difference vandu we are going to see. First difference is map is a two-dimensional representation of the earth. Okay, map is a two-dimensional representation of the earth. Okay, it is two-side one, but this is three-dimensional globe. Okay, it is a three-dimensional model of earth. So எப்படி earth இருக்கு அப்படினு நம்ம பார்த்தோம்னா மேப்ல இருந்து நம்மளால அதோட true shape we cannot identify. So how we can come to know? Only through the globe அப்படியே earth எப்படி இருக்குமோ அது அப்படியே இருக்க மாதிரி represent பண்ணும். That is the main advantage of a globe. Okay, so it is a 3-dimensional model of the earth, and map is a 2-dimensional model of the, that is representation of the earth. Okay, then next point, it gives specific information about a part of earth. Okay, part of the earth. ஸோ எர்த்தோட ஒரு பார்ட்டை வந்து இது ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ண முடியும். எந்த ஒரு பார்ட்டையும் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் இட் கேன் ஏபிள் டு கிவ். ஓகே, இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு நோ அபவுட் அ மவுண்டைன் இட் வில் கிவ். இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு நோ அபவுட் த ரிவர்ஸ் வி ஹாவ் அ செப்பரேட் மேப். ஃபார் எவ்ரிதிங் டீடைல் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் வில் பி கிவன் பை மேப். ஓகே, அண்ட் இட் provides a broad picture of then earth எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறத பிக்சராக அதை கரெக்டாக நமக்கு அது காட்டுது. ஓகே, how was earth, அதை அப்படியே it shows us. So it gives a broad picture, okay, of the earth. Then next point is it is flat in shape. Okay, and does not spin. So இதால flat surface இருக்கும். It cannot spin like a globe. Okay, so but here globe is, it is spherical in shape and can spin on its own axis. So what is here? It is spherical in shape and can spin on its own axis and spin on its own axis. Okay, this is the point. And if you take it the fourth point, map, it is easy to carry because it can be easily folded and you can carry. But when you take it globe, it is not easy to carry. Wherever you can go, you are going, you cannot able to carry the map, that is globe, and it cannot be folded. But it is not like nowadays we are folding globe also we are having. Okay, so when you take it map, it is easy to carry and can be folded. But if you take it globe, it is not easy to carry. Okay, not easy to carry. So we cannot carry the globe and cannot be folded. We cannot fold the globe. Okay, and the last point, it is used for navigation. Okay, used for navigation. பயணங்கள் அப்போ அது வழிகாட்டுறதுக்கெல்லாம் மேப் வந்து நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். ஓகே, navigation as it provide specific details. Why we are using for this? It provide specific detail. Okay, specific details. But if you take it globe, it is not used for navigation. Not used for navigation. Navigationக்கு நம்ம globe யூஸ் பண்ண முடியாது because it does not give detail or specific detail. It does not give specific details. So these are the differences between the map and globe. What are the map? Map is a 2-dimensional representation, but globe is a 3-dimensional representation model of a earth. Then it gives specific informations about a part of the earth oda endha part oda specific information idala kudukka mudiyum, but it provides a broad picture of a then earth eppadi world irundadungiradhoda adoda amaippa kaatradhu dhaan globe. Okay, then it is flat in shape and does not spin, thanne thane adu suthikka mudiyadhu, ana globe vandu spherical shape adala it can be able to spin. Okay, it is easy to carry, can be folded, and it's not easy to carry and cannot be folded. And if you take, it is used for navigation and it provides, because it gives a specific detail, but if you take a globe it won't give a proper information, detailed specific informations about navigation, and so it is not used for navigation. So this is the differences between the map and globe. Okay, next we are going to see about the different types of maps. What we are going to see about different types of maps. Okay, maps, different types of maps. Okay, so what are the three types of maps? One is political map, another one is physical map, and next one is the thematic map. First one is political map. Next one is the physical map. Third one is the thematic map. So, what are the differences between this? Okay, we are going to see the similarities as well as the differences. First, if you take the similarities, ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் ஒரே மான உள்ள ஒரு ஒற்றுமை என்ன அப்படி similarities அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா, all three have uniform components and features of a map, features of a earth. Okay, so ரெண்டுமே வந்து என்ன மேப்புக்காக இருந்தாலும் சரி, எல்லா மேப்புக்கும் வந்து ஒரே மாதிரி ஃபீச்சர்ஸ், எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரே மாதிரி காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் தான் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். ஸோ காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா future of a map or a components. So components, we will see the components. What are the components of the map means? That is symbol, distance. Okay, so then directions. These are all the components. Features, what are the features, what it codes. So everything is same for both, all the three maps. Okay, then next if you take all three provide informations. Okay, informations about a single region. Okay, about a single region. Okay, so like example India, எதையாவது ஒரு தனி ரீஜியனை பற்றி அது வந்து எல்லா மேப்புமே நமக்கு வந்து இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் வந்து ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணுது. ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் த சிமிலாரிட்டிஸ். வாட் ஆர் த சிமிலாரிட்டிஸ்? ஆல் த்ரீ ஹாவ் uniform components and features of a map. Okay, and all three provides the informations that is particularly about a single region. Okay, like example India. Okay, so these are the similarities and we are going to see the differences. What are the differences of these three maps? Okay, first one is the physical map. Okay, first one, you see the political map. Okay, then next is the physical map. Okay, and next is thematic map. Okay, we are going to see about these differences. Okay, first we saw about its similarities. What are the same thing in these maps? Okay, now we are going to see about the differences. So what this political map shows, it shows continents, okay, countries, states, districts, cities, villages and towns. Okay, so political map now what it shows, children? It shows the different continents pati, countries pati, states, districts, village, towns, cities, all about all these things it will explain. This is about the political map. For example, if you take it, it will show maps of states and union territories. Example is map of states and union territories. Okay, so this is the example for a political map. And if you take a physical map, what it shows the natural features such as natural features of the earth. Okay, what are the natural features of the earth? Such as mountain, rivers, plateaus, islands, coastal plains, okay, ocean, seas. These are the natural features of the earth. So the physical maps mean what it shows? It shows such as mountains, okay, then plateaus, islands, rivers, oceans, coastal plains and many things. Okay, so in physical map na idella kaatradhu da enaduma physical map. Example, relief map. Okay, relief map. Then if you take it, thematic map will tell about shows about a particular theme. Okay, example, rainfall. இப்போ rainfall எடுத்தா எந்தெந்த இடத்துல rainfall எவ்வளோ இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறத மட்டும் காட்டுறது, அதில் மட்டும் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணுறது தான் அது thematic map. Otherwise if you take it, soil map. So what are the soils, where we are getting, that is about a particular theme. Okay, then about railway map, then airways, so all this comes under the thematic map. Okay, so focus on a theme. மெயினா ஒரு தீம்ல அது வந்து கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ணும். And provide specific information. Okay, provide specific information pertaining to that theme. Okay, so it gives particular information about any one theme. So that is about the thematic map. So the example is rainfall map. We have many examples, only I am giving one here, that is rainfall map. Okay, then we have a vegetation map, then many maps, soil map, mineral maps. Okay, so we have many types, all are telling about the specific theme, so that comes under the thematic map. So different, we have seen about the maps are classified into three categories, that is political map, physical map and thematic map. And in that we have seen the similarities and then different. What is the similarities? All shows the uniform components. What are the components? Distance, directions, okay, these symbols, these are the components of a map. So all shows the all uniform components and features of a map. Not only that, it shows or provides a particular information about a single region. I have given an example, India. So then political map, it shows these things, that is countries, continents, states, etc. And if you take it physical maps, it shows about the natural features, இயற்கை வளங்களை காட்டுறது தான். So then thematic maps, it shows about any particular theme. Okay, so this is about the types of map. Next we are going to see about the components of map. Okay, you are going to see about the components. What are the components of map? Components of map. So there are three components: symbols, next direction, and distance. Okay, so these are the three components of map. Map நீங்க எடுத்துட்டீங்கனாவே இந்த மூணு கட்டாயமா இருக்கும். Symbols இருக்கும், directions and distance. Okay, so that we are going to see about. First one is the symbols. Symbols mean words, title, pictures, then colors, lines used in the map, used on the map are called symbols. So in maps we are using many symbols. Okay, so title, map got a title, isn't it? In a map, for example, it is a political map or physical map or thematical map. Thematical map means if you take it, it's a rainfall map or a vegetation map. So I got a title, isn't it? So every map got a title and some pictures will be there and colors இருக்கும் and lines. So இதெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணுறது தான் மேப்பில், அதுக்கு பேரு தான் என்னது? Symbols. Okay, symbols are used to show different features. So different features. What are the features? Like building, okay, roads, then trees, bridges, and railway lines. To show these features we are using symbols. Why we are using this? Because these features otherwise cannot be represented in their actual size and in their shape. So அதோட ஆக்சுவலாக அப்படியே நம்ம மேப்பில் வந்து அதோட எக்ஸாக்ட் சைஸையும் அதோட ஷேப்பையும் நம்மளால் கொடுக்க முடியாது. ஸோ அதனால தான் we are using this symbol. For example, if you take it, I'll tell you how it is. For example, if you want to show a road, so that will be represented like this. Okay, road will be represented like this. Map la if you want to show any road, okay, map la ஒரு road நம்ம காட்டணும்னா அந்த road அப்படியே நம்ம போட முடியாது. So அதை எப்படி symbol ல represent பண்ணலாம்? If you mark it here like this, then it is known that it is identified that it mentioned road. Okay, if you want to show a railway line, it will be like this, then it will understood it is a railway line. If you want to show a temple, it is marked like this. Okay, so then it is understood it is temple. For mosque it is like this, isn't it? So church mean it will be represented like with a press. So these are the symbol different features used in the map, because actuals adoda size nammalaala map la represent panna mudiyadanaala we are using symbol. Okay, and what happened? So these symbols are used. Okay, then maps Okay, maps what it use? Maps use universal language. Universal language that everyone could follow. So, why these symbols are followed? Because it is a universal language. Everyone could follow. This is based on the international agreement. It is based on international agreement. So international agreement na ella countries சேர்ந்து agreement பண்ணி so எல்லாரும் they are using universal language. Universal language is this universal symbol. So why they are using this universal symbols? This is their language is the main problem. If you go to any place, if you take India itself, if you want to go to another state, you find it to you won't know the language of that state. So you find it difficult to find something. For example, if you want to find a temple where it is, then if common language, if it is given like this, it is understood temples, then you can easily find out where the temple is. So wherever country, whichever country you go, whatever places you go, if the same, if you want to find out a bridge, okay, if a symbol is given like this, then it is easily understood it is bridge. So common language, common symbols கொடுத்தா எங்க போனாலும் அவங்களால அந்த place ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண முடியும். அதனால இன்டர்நேஷனல் அக்ரிமெண்ட்ல நிறைய countries joined together, they made an agreement, they wants to use a universal symbol. So then language may not be a problem. The people can seeing that symbol, universal symbol, wherever, whichever country you know, for bridge this is the symbol, for temple this is a temple, they can easily identify that. So for that they made a universal language, universal symbol, that is called as a conventional symbols. These are all called the conventional symbols. For railway line like this, for temple is like that, okay, for church, then for mosque. So these are all called conventional symbols. Conventional symbols. What it is called? Conventional symbol. So universal language அப்படினு சொல்வாங்க. எங்க போனாலும் இது ஒரே மாதிரி இருந்தா நம்மளால ஈஸியா ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண முடியும். அதனால மேப்ல நம்ம என்ன யூஸ் பண்றோம்? இந்த மாதிரி universal symbols யூஸ் பண்றோம். So that universal symbol is known as referred to as the conventional symbols. Okay, then next point, using map as a number of advantages. In the maps la இந்த symbol use பண்றதுனால நமக்கு நிறைய advantages வந்து we are having. So what are the advantages? We are going to see about that. Okay, using map ஓட advantages. Using maps we has a number of advantages. What are the advantages? First one, if you take it, it gives lot of information in a limited space. Okay, within a limited space la namakku adu nariya informations kuduthirudhu by using symbol. If you want to show a bridge, if you write the symbol, it can be easily understood it is a bridge. So limited space la namakku nariya informations it provides. Then next, they make drawings and map reading easy. And map reading easy, we can easily read. Okay, so make it drawing and map reading easier panadhu. Okay, then they remove language barrier. Okay, language barrier. Okay, so what happened? if you don't find it difficult to know that language, if you don't know that language also no problem, if you know the symbol you can understood what it is. So நமக்கு மொழி ஒரு தடையா இது இருக்காது இந்த symbolsனால. So they remove the language barriers. So this is about the symbols. Okay, then next we'll see about the directions. Okay, so directions. Next is directions. So directions, that is cardinal and intermediate directions. Intermediate directions or identified. How you can identify these two directions, cardinal and intermediate direction, by the north line. So in the north line which namlala the cardinal na main directions, intermediate na adukku nadula irukkiradhu. Okay, so I'll tell you what it is. What is a cardinal? First one, main cardinal directions is a main directions, that is north, always top is north, south, east and west. These are the cardinal directions. Okay, intermediate direction is northeast, southeast, northwest and southwest. These four are called the intermediate directions. Okay, so what is cardinal directions? Whatever, if you want to find out the cardinal directions or intermediate directions, how we can find out? By using the north line. On seeing that we can identify easily the other directions. Okay, always on the map the top direction is north, below to the south and east, and this is west. These four are called as a cardinal or main directions. The intermediate directions between two. Okay, this is northeast, southeast, northwest and southwest. These four are called the intermediate directions. Okay, so that is why cardinal and intermediate directions are identified by the north line. So where it is usually placed, where on the north enga எழுதிருப்பாங்க mapல, always placed at the top right corner. map oda அந்த topல right cornerல தான் என்ன எழுதிருப்பாங்க, அந்த map இப்படி போட்டிருப்பாங்க north அப்படின்னு சொல்லி மென்ஷன் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. Okay, so it is usually placed at the top right corner. Okay, right corner of a map. Okay, so map oda on the right corner la da இந்த letter இது வந்து n அப்படிங்கறது நம்ம வந்து மார்க் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. So the north arrow. Okay, and it is depicted. Okay, depicted by the letter n. So அந்த இடத்துல north னு எப்படி மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க, right cornerல letter n. Okay, that is with an arrow, with an arrow pointing upwards. Okay, pointing upwards. Okay children, how it is? So right corner la இந்த மாதிரி north ன்னு போட்டு upwards ல இந்த மாதிரி arrow போட்டிருப்பாங்க. So அது letter n ல represent பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. அப்படினா அது what it is? It shows the north directions. Okay, it is depicted by the letter with an arrow pointing upward, that is representing the north direction. So what it represents? North directions. So with that, on using this letter n or using the north line, we can easily figure out other directions. What are the other directions? East, west, south. These are all we can easily predict. Okay, and they are also called as a cardinal point in a map. So அதை என்ன சொல்வாங்க? Cardinal point. Cardinal point in a map. Then I told you what is intermediate directions, isn't it? Intermediate directions are more accurately identified in a situation. Suppose when something is between the two cardinal point, rendu cardinal point. What is this two cardinal pointers? This main points are cardinal point. Okay, something is in between these two, then how we can come to know that through the by using the intermediate direction. So there are four main intermediate directions. What are that? Okay, first one is northeast, northeast, southeast, then northwest, and another one is southwest. These are the four important intermediate directions. So this is about the direction. Okay, then we'll see about the distance. Distance is nothing but the ratio. What is distance? Okay, so for example in a map, okay, small piece of paper, small piece of paper encompasses expanse of entire world. ஓகே, ஒரு சின்ன பேப்பர் மேப்பில் பெரிய உலகத்தையே உள்ள அடக்கிடுறது. ஸோ தட் இஸ் த மீனிங். இன் அ மேப் ஸ்மால் பீஸ் ஆஃப் பேப்பரில் ஒரு பெரிய வேர்ல்டையே நம்ம வந்து அதில் அடக்கிடுறோம். ஸோ இப்போ வந்து டு மேக் அ ஸ்மால் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் ஆன் பேப்பர், அதாவது எர்த்தோட லார்ஜ் போர்ஷனில் நம்ம ஸ்மால் பேப்பரில் வந்து நம்ம அதை ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணணும்னா அதுக்கு மேப் மேக்கர்ஸ் என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க? Scale. Map makers. And what they will use scale. Scale use பண்ணுவாங்க. So scale means what? Scale is a ratio that represents. It's a very important question, short question children. What is scale? Okay, scale is a ratio that represents relationship between the actual distance on the ground. Okay, the actual distance on the ground and the distance on the map. Distance on the map. Map landல groundல என்ன distance இருக்கு, actual distance இருக்கோ அதை நம்ம மேப்ல காட்டுறது தான் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க? Scale. Okay, for example, if it is a 200 kilometers means நம்ம அந்த 2000 kilometersனா அவ்வளோ பெரிய மேப் நம்ம வந்து இதில் கோடு போட முடியாது. ஸோ ஃபார் தேட் என்ன எழுதியிருப்பாங்க? ஸோ if it is 2000 means என்ன எடுத்துப்பாங்க? 100 வந்து ஒரு யூனிட்டாக எடுத்துப்பாங்க ஸ்கேல். ஓகே, ஸோ 1 is 100 and second unit is 200, 3 is 300. ஸோ அந்த ஒவ்வொரு 1000யும் அந்த யூனிட்ஸையும் இதை வந்து 100ஆக கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணிப்பாங்க. ஸோ 1000. ஓகே, in this way it is calculated. Okay, this is what about the what is distance. Oh, distance means what? It is a ratio that represents the relationship between actual ground on the around earth that is on the map. Okay, கிரவுண்டில் என்ன ஆக்சுவல் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்கோ அது அப்படியே நம்ம மேப்பில் காட்டுறது. மேப்பில் கிரவுண்டில் அவ்வளோ பெரிய டிஸ்டன்ஸை மேப்பில் நம்ம காட்ட முடியாது, அதை குறைச்சி தான் நம்ம அதை காட்ட முடியும். ஓகே, ஸோ தட் இஸ் வாட் அ ரேஷியோ. and large scale ratio the map irukku and small scale map irukku. Okay, large scale, small scale. So இந்த large scale small area வந்து பெருசா காட்டுறது தான் large scale. அதே small scale னா பெரிய ஏரியாவை நம்ம சின்ன சைஸ்ல காட்டுறது தான் small scale. This is about the distance. Okay, so what are the components of map? Direction, symbol and distance. These are the main components of the map. Okay, thank you children. I hope you have understood the concept. We'll see the assignment. Learn and write about differences between map and globe. Thank you children. Have a nice day.